Welcome, everyone, to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. This is your host, Steve Ramona. And guess what? I got somebody who's going to blow you out of the water. And what I love, she's got a huge heart, which is to be a servant, to serve. You got to delve in that heart a little bit. Doesn't have to be a big heart, but you need to use your heart. Wait till you hear what she's got to tell us. Aryana, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Steve. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited.
Well, mental health is kind of where you play. Kind of weird way to say it, but you know what I'm saying. That's where you help people. Let's start with how'd you deal? You know, we talked in the green room about your mother's illness and how catastrophic it could be. How did you deal with your mother's illness?
Well, when I first found out, I said, well, Mom, let's just go to the doctor and see what we can do to get you well. And we started with one doctor and we did what we were told to do. Nothing happened. So it's like, well, let's go to another, get a second opinion, a third opinion. And I kept going until we were able to talk to someone who could help me help her. And I was determined because when someone you love is hurting, it hurts. And so I refused to give up. And to make it worse, I had recently lost my father. So I knew we had to do something fast. Through determination and hard work, I was able to discover that the problem was a mineral deficiency, which didn't show up in several tests. And eventually we found out. And by addressing the mineral deficiency, I was able to get her back on her feet. She wasn't even able to walk. She was in a wheelchair because the body is so smart. It was pulling minerals anywhere it could. So she was low on calcium, potassium, magnesium, so every mineral, it was very low. So with God's help, through prayer, through doing everything I could think of doing and talking to people to find out what else I could do, she's alive today. And I am so grateful. Yes.
And you got to serve your mom, especially in a tragic situation or time with losing your father. So emotions are high. It's hard to serve people and support people in that, but you're able to do that.
Yes, I had to. I love my mother and I would do anything to help her. And through it all, we became so much closer. We're now like best friends. We were friends before, but now we're like best buds. And it's a beautiful thing when you can spend quality time with those that you love and make sure that they have everything they need so that they could thrive. And through it all, it helped me. It expanded my faith. I mean, I believe anything's possible after seeing her miracle. It's been incredible.
How's she doing today?
Oh, she is happy. She's getting around. She's thanking God that she got her life back. And I am just grateful to be a part of the journey. Yes.
I was just going to say, you get to wake up every morning going, hey, I was part of that. I was part of helping.
Yeah, and it feels great. It does.
Yeah. And it's serving, and then that could go into the business realm of supporting employees, partners, whatever it may be, right? How will you see that work?
It's so important that employers show the employee that they care. And when you demonstrate how much you care, you build trust, you build loyalty, and that goes so far in the workplace because you want to have a team that you can depend on and people who can depend on you. It works. It creates a win-win situation.
Yeah, man, those are the best. You can't lose in those situations. You almost can't lose. You never say 100% guarantee. So healing is what you're about. Why did you get in the healing industry?
Well, I've always been fascinated, Steve, with the human body. So when I went to school, I was encouraged to major in what you're passionate about. So I chose biology. So I was attending Emory University and studying the body. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to learn. And it just got me immersed. So I decided to continue my studies. Even though I chose not to go to medical school, I was still determined to utilize the knowledge and apply it in an everyday setting. So I started with myself. When I got a headache, instead of going to pop a pill, I learned natural ways to make the headache go away. And then I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled. And my dentist was like, well, let's do 2 by 2, 2 now and 2 later, because I had 4 that had to come out. I said, oh, no, sir, please take them all now, because I've heard the pain is pretty intense and I probably won't be back. So he said, okay. And he gave me all of these prescriptions. And I said, no, thank you. And he couldn't believe I wasn't going to take the prescriptions. And I made it through. He said, just in case you change your mind, take these with you. But I knew by faith that I would be okay. And I made it through. It was a little painful, and I was able to apply techniques to make the pain go away. So the more I did, the more it stretched my faith. And now I'm able to help people around the world with all types of things that pop up. I just look at it at the root. And when you make the symptoms go away, once you attack it on a cellular level. So I help people heal on a cellular level, and it's incredible. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, talk about holistic. Can't be more holistic than that. Tell me about the partnerships of healing and mindset.
Oh, that is critical. They go together. Yes. Once you believe, having faith is the foundation, because if you don't believe, it's a waste of time. Once you believe, anything is possible. It opens up doors, it opens up the floodgates to allow the healing to just flow right on through. Yes, it's a beautiful combination.
And
Yes.
I would think healing people is such a servant skill comes to my head, because if you get somebody reduced pain, they're going to love you forever, especially if it's ongoing longevity pain.
Yes, and it works for pets too. I love animals. I'm a people lover and a pet lover. So not only do I help people, I help their pets too. And it's just such a rewarding feeling, because when there's pain in the body, it affects every area of your life. And when the pain goes away, it's just so refreshing. It gives you a brand new opportunity to do the things that you love to do. So I believe it's one of the best gifts ever. So when I talk to people, I ask, do you have any pain? What happened? Would you like it to go away? And we start there. And I've seen some incredible testimonies as a result of just being determined to help people get some relief. Yes. And then I help people prevent pain. Why wait for the pain to come if you can prevent it from showing up at all? So I help people integrate healthy habits, day-to-day living, so that you'll never have to even think about the pain popping up, because when you love your body, it loves you back.
Well, you said a magical word to me today about pets. I'm a dog. Me and my wife are dog lover. We have a little Bella here. Let's delve into that. This is interesting to me. I've never heard that. How do you heal? How do you work with pets? Talk about serving.
Pets are so sensitive, and they're so loving. And I've always loved, I grew up with dogs and cats and all types of animals. And now I'm in Atlanta, and I go to the park every day and I see all types of animals. And I believe that they too deserve as much love as humans. So I love on them, they love on me, and I'm able to help them ease the pain if they, whatever they're dealing with. And I also work energetically with biofrequencies. So the same biofrequencies that work for humans work for pets too. So we just tap into whatever they're dealing with, and the pain goes away. It's a beautiful thing.
That is amazing. That is, because we just had to put, and I'll never do this on a podcast or on YouTube. We just had to put our patches down about 7 months ago. Yeah, she's a great dog. Before I was married, she lived with me, but she was in a lot of pain, and animals, and listeners probably animal lovers are going, yeah, when our pets have pain, we have pain.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yes. I've rescued 6 dogs and loved every one of them, and they're family. I mean, they're just special. They are. So I want the very best for them. just like we deserve the very best as well. Yes.
So healing is a very negative thing that's happening to us. We're in pain. It affects us. We got to fight through it. It's not a positive experience. How the heck is Aryana so darn energetic?
Well, that's a great question. I really believe that it starts with a mindset. And I wake up every day and ask myself, who can I serve today? What can I do to enrich someone else's life? And I realized, Steve, that I've got to take care of me if I'm going to take care of anybody else. So I make sure I stay hydrated. I make sure I get a walk in every day. I got a rebounder, so I bounce up and down when needed. I do things. I eat really good, healthy, clean, organic food. And all of that really helps me to stay focused on doing what I love to do, which is serving. So it motivates me because I know that I have to keep my health up and energetic in order to be able to help other people. So it works.
Yeah, I love that you said that because we have, I'm at the age, my parents are older. Well, a lot of us, our parents are getting older, need more help.
Yes.
We got to heal or keep ourselves healthy, keep healing. So we're at full capacity to be able to go help our older parents, our senior parents, right?
We don't have a choice. We have to do it because the alternative is not a pretty picture. So we got to take care of ourselves in order to serve others to the full capacity. Yes.
Have you had somebody come to you, and you probably have, you can tell us a story. I'm very curious that, you heal Aryana, but I've had this pain forever and nobody's been able to help me. Do you have any stories like that?
And I begin to ask them, what's stopping you from receiving your healing? Because Steve, I've discovered some people expect no one to be able to help them. And guess what? You get what you believe. So I asked them, will you let that go? Will you step out of the story that no one is able to help you heal? And when they let that story go, the healing can flow. It's amazing.
That is absolutely amazing because I know I hear it, all the time and you feel sorry for them. And, I hear stories of people not leaving their house because of COVID and different things. And that's more mental healing, but there's physical healing. When you've helped somebody and served them to get rid of the pain, how do they feel?
They light up. You can even tell their countenance changes. They get a glow and something inside just wells up and causes their face to smile. Some people I've helped haven't smiled in years. Can you imagine? And then we take it to another level, not just smile. I get them to laugh because laughter is medicine. It's medicine to the soul. And when a person can laugh, it changes everything. It causes them to forget about whatever it was that was keeping them stuck and holding them captive. And it lets them become free again to live the life that they've always dreamed of living. And it's a beautiful sight. I love it. I live for it. Oh my God.
It's so good. And laughter is such a great word. And when you said that, I tell people, and I do it too, just pull up a video of a baby laughing. I don't know anybody who doesn't laugh when they hear a baby laughing, right? I'm laughing now thinking about it. Yeah. And that's what you're saying.
It makes you laugh. It's contagious. It makes you happy. It makes you just remember the things in life that bring you joy. And that's what we should dwell on every day. Think about things that make you happy, that make you smile. Children, the beach, flowers, a special occasion, someone you love. Just thinking about that makes the difference. Mm-hmm.
So serving people, using laughter to serve people.
It works. I use it every day. Yes. When I'm having a challenge or not feeling 100%, I'll just start laughing and people looking at me and don't know what's going on. And then when it's over, they're like, wow, that works. I see a difference. I feel a difference. You can feel it all over your body. It's amazing. It's electrifying. And it's It's priceless. Yes.
I love my podcast. And people are gonna think think they know the answer, but the answer is I learned so much because I get asked all the time because I'm a servant. My whole thing is a business heart. Servant with a business heart. And people go, how do I serve? I don't have money to give to serve. Laughter is just another way. If you're having a bad day, make somebody laugh.
Yes. Laugh. It's easy. And once you do it again and again, it becomes second nature. And it works.
I know listeners are listening, and I am as well, because I'm very energetic. I don't know if at your level, but I'm close. But I love that. But people always say it can't always be, was that roses and caviar, whatever that phrase is. So what's your biggest disappointment in your life so far?
Well, I would say, Steve, when I share techniques with a person and they see it works, but then they revert back to the way they used to be. And they just stop doing what works. And it hurts because they know what works. And they just go back to the way they're used to doing things. Some people resist change. And I love helping people. And it hurts and it's disappointing when I want them to be healed more than they want their healing.
Great. It's so great you went that way. So let's help the listeners when, we hear a no, whether it's a sales no, getting married no, I can't do it. No, I won't do whatever that is. How did you overcome that disappointment of that?
I had to realize, Steve, that it's not personal. It's the way they do what they do. And when I stepped out of the situation and detached, the disappointment left. Because it's not how they do their life. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So I realized that when they said no to their healing, they say no to other things too. So it's nothing I can do. I choose to focus on those who want to be healed. And that keeps me happy, energized, and I do what I can do. And I choose not to focus on what I can't control.
That's great.
That's what I
love hearing that. And a phrase I heard a few years ago, what you think about me is none of my business, fits right into that, because it really isn't. If somebody thinks something, that's great. Still love them from afar. Don't attack. Don't do any of that because it doesn't help. But I really like that. Your healings, it almost sounds too good to be true, but I know it's not. Why did you start on this path of healing people?
Well, it's a gift. I must say it's a gift. And when I discovered the gift, I was a teenager. And I noticed how it made me feel when I used my gift or allowed the gift to use me. And I've been doing that more and more and more. And over the years, now it's really just who I am. When you accept your gift is able to just flow naturally and impact the lives of those that you come in contact with. So I get excited to be able to share my gift with other people. And I do it on an everyday basis without even thinking about it now. It's just an everyday natural occurrence. And that's what happens. I want to encourage everyone to allow your gift to use you. And it's such a great feeling. It really is.
I love that. That's great. What's the advice you'd give to help somebody find that gift or gifts?
Well, it's on the inside of you. And a wise man told me to ask God. If you don't know what it is, ask your creator. He'll tell you, and he'll start revealing it to you. And then once you get it, you got it. No one can ever take it away.
If somebody walked up to you and said they're a servant leader, what would you expect that to look like?
Well, I've discovered the best way is to look for the fruit, because the fruit will always reveal the tree. It's amazing. So I don't go by what people say. I watch what they do. actions speak clearly.
Yeah, and I say actions speak louder than words, but I like clearly better. So I just learned something new. Well, when it comes to healing, you do mental health. We talked about in the green room earlier. How do you do that side of it?
Well, it's all connected.
Okay.
Mental, physical, emotional, they're all connected. So when I speak to people, I find out what's going on. What are they dealing with? And I ask them if they're willing to let whatever it is go. And sometimes they're holding on to something, they don't even know why they're holding on to it. And once they allow themselves to release it, then the healing can begin. So it's a process. And when I take them through the process that's worked for me for years, they get results. Yes.
Sounds like awareness. That's what I'm hearing from you, being aware.
Being aware, that is key. And it takes conversation, because some people attempt to do this on their own. It doesn't work. Healing occurs in the conversation, because you can go farther with someone else than you can on your own. So that's why communicating is key. So when I communicate with people, I listen. I listen intently to what they're saying and what they're not saying. And then I decide where to go from there. And we move the healing into the process of allowing you to go where you've never been before, to get what you've never gotten, to feel fabulous, energetic, and appreciated. And that matters. It makes the difference.
So what I'm hearing from you, listening's important, and we could heal other people, not to your level, but maybe heal a relationship if we listen, whether it's business or personal. Shut up and listen. I say shut up all the time to make it for me, to make it serious, but truly listen, because I believe people want to listen, but it could be, I'm listening to you and doing this. Oh, what did you just say? You're not listening. You shut up, but you got to tie those two together. When you shut up, you got to listen. So can people heal other people?
Absolutely. The Bible says, physician, heal yourself. So you can begin healing, but if you want that deep, deep healing, share with someone who cares. Yes.
And caring and serving, that goes together.
Yes. With a
You can't
servant's
serve
heart.
without caring. Do you believe anybody could be a servant heart?
Yes, I do. If they want it truly, and if they surrender fully to God and allow God to use them, yes, absolutely, without a doubt.
What is somebody's biggest fear when it comes to serving that you've seen?
Fear pops up in all different ways. And I tell people that faith is so much more important than fear. So when you have faith, it causes fear to diminish. So as a servant, I focus on faith. So when I see someone with fear, I shift their focus back to faith. So it doesn't matter what the fear is. If you've got faith, that's what you need to conquer whatever fear you have.
The two F's. I like that.
Yes.
When working with somebody, there's no time frame for that. Everybody is different, right?
Yes. Some people get results quickly, and some it takes time. It really depends, because typically this didn't happen overnight, whatever they're dealing with. It's been going on for years. So I have patience, and I work with people to be able to love them and let them know that where you are is okay. And let's focus on where you want to be. And let's
Do you
go
work
there.
with goals with people with their healing? Is there goals that are tied to it?
Repeat the question. What
Are
was
there
that?
goals tied to, I've got massive headaches, or
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
it's not goals, but different levels of, okay, let's get here first, then here.
Yes. It's a process. So I don't put pressure on people. I would rather them go at their pace. And some people, as soon as they let go, they may see it immediately, and others, it may take days, it may take weeks, it could take months. Yes.
End result's the best though. When your pain's gone, it's worth every minute.
It's worth it. Yes, it is. It's a process, and I love the journey.
This is fantastic. I mean, Aryana, you are a blessing. And we're coming to the end of the show. Listeners, you can see this is a true servant heart. This is what this podcast is about. In her, it's healing, and healing is important. We all have pain one way or the other. Not a lot, it just depends. But if you have pain, go out and serve. Be a servant. Be a servant's heart. Be a servant leader. Aryana, thank you for being on the show. You are absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Steve. It's been a pleasure.
We'll talk to you all on the next show. Hello, everyone. This is the recap of the Aryana Charise podcast. What I love about her is her servant mentality, and she uses healing to serve people. She's always looking to help, and she tells wonderful stories, incredible stories of how healing has changed people's lives. Isn't that a servant? Isn't that what people should be doing when they're serving, is healing? Well, that's what Charise does. I'm so excited you took a look at this show. Please look at our future shows. Look back at our past shows because you can see some incredible stories. And we'll talk to you very soon.